Welcome back to Knucklehead Adventures. We are excited to share with you another adventure that we went on.
You may recall, if you watched the last video, that we changed our name from Knucklehead RVers to Knucklehead Adventures. So this is the first official video under the Knucklehead Adventures name, and we've got a good one. So we're going to share an adventure we had on the Natchez Trace.
Yes. So we started out in Natchez, Mississippi. We went south to north, but we're going to kind of divide it up into sections on this video. That way it's not such a long video.
Yeah, nobody likes long videos.
No. So anyway, we stayed in Natchez, Mississippi for 2 nights. We toured Natchez for 1 day. It was a really good city.
Yeah, we had only planned to stay there 1 night, but we got there and we kind of saw the city, and then we went into our room at the Grand Hotel. Actually, what was the name of it?
It was the Natchez Grand Hotel. Yes.
And the room was really nice, and I was really shocked we got that nice of a room for the price that we did. So we talked about it and decided we would make it 2 nights.
Yes, and so we toured Natchez, and one of the big things that they have there to do is the walking trail, the Natchez Bluff walking trail. It's just a sidewalk trail right on the bluff of the Mississippi River. You're in Natchez, Mississippi, and we are I don't know, we're on like a little boardwalk trail. I guess they say it's the Natchez Trail boardwalk. Who knows? Anyway, it's a nice boardwalk out by the river, the Mississippi, the mighty Mississippi River. And there's the bridge over to Louisiana. Really nice trail.
The Mississippi River is huge. Now, the only time I've ever seen the Mississippi River is when we crossed over it and traveling. But this was the first time I was able to walk alongside and actually experience just how big the Mississippi River is. It was a huge difference than just driving over it.
It's a big oak tree. It's a really nice oak tree. It's giant.
It is giant.
Jerry calls it the Grand Oak Tree in front of the Natchez Grand Hotel. We'll get a better picture and video of that later, but that's the Grand Hotel. There's a nice fountain. If you want to read that, you could pause our video. Oh look, see, there's the Grand Hotel. That's where we're staying. We got a really good deal. Booking.com. Maybe we'll get sponsorship with them.
Yeah.
Nice
Saved us
fountain.
$42.
Nice fountain. Cute gazebo. There we go. We'll walk up. Show you what the gazebo looks like on top. There's the steps. And here's the gazebo. I bet people get married here. So here's the view from the gazebo.
Pretty much the same view as from right there.
Pretty much the same view as from, I don't know, the sidewalk. Yeah. So, I mean, that was a nice little trail, a walking trail. They have a bridge there. I guess it's a road going down to the casino, and there's a little walking bridge over it, and it's called the Bridge of Sighs. Now, the original Bridge of Sighs is in Venice. This was not the Venice Bridge of Sighs. This was the Natchez version of the Bridge of Sighs. It's a nice walk bridge. There is a bridge They said it was the Bridge of Sighs. I don't know if this is it.
What's the story behind the padlocks?
There clearly is a story.
There was a sign back there that said no locks on bridge. Okay.
Well, that's why.
Well, listen, Crystal is
Crystal.
a villain. She didn't listen.
Crystal. Oh, well, there you go.
Well, there you go.
We found y'all.
What
Alex.
is the deal?
Alex and Jess. Way to go, Alex and Jess.
Poppy?
I don't know, but that's a fun story. There's a lot of little ones. That's cool.
Not worried. Okay, I don't know the deal.
Anyway, tons of locks on this cute bridge. We don't really know the story of the locks on the Natchez Bridge of Sighs, so if you do, comment below and let us know. That would be great. That's good information. But anyway, it's a nice wooden bridge.
And you will see a sign that says "Do not place locks on bridge."
Yeah. Here's the picture of "Please no locks on bridge."
Yeah.
I think people are just being sarcastic. This shows you the plight of America. No one pays attention to rules. There's also Natchez under the hill. If you walk down, keep walking on this walk path, you can go to Natchez under the hill. It has a few little shops and a restaurant there. So Natchez under the hill. We drove through there. We didn't stop or take photos.
No.
The next cool thing that we did see is we recommend going to the city cemetery. I know. That's why do you go to the cemetery? No, the Natchez City Cemetery. It's really, really an old cemetery and has a lot of old gravestones, I guess.
Oh, very old.
Very old. There is one thing there that they recommend seeing. It's called the Turning Angel. Here we are. This is called the Turning Angel. Turning Angel. Apparently what would you call it? The folklore or something. The story is that as you walk past the angel, the eyes follow you. Of course, all we can say is that it's tricked us into coming and stopping. We're at the Natchez City Cemetery. This is Jerry trying to make sure.
It works.
He's trying to see if the eyes follow him.
All right, I'm leaving.
The eyes followed him. Anyway.
I'm leaving. I'm freaked out.
So he's freaked out. Look, this is on the audio tour. We're not lying, okay? You see that number 22. This is on the audio tour. But apparently this little statue thing was erected by the Natchez Drug Company in the memory of some of their employees who lost their lives in their great disaster. I don't know what the great disaster was, but it destroyed the building.
And apparently there were 5 of them.
And so this is obviously the angel that they say. I don't know who they is. Trusty old Google is who they is. I don't see the eyes moving, so
You gotta get directly under it and go back and forth and you can see it.
Okay, directly under it, back and forth, and you can see it. Can you see it? Are they following you? Are you freaked out yet?
They're following.
Jerry says they're following. I'm doing the whole thing. I mean, you can see. I'm not seeing that. Maybe it's at night and the light that I'm stepping on right now like shines up in those little glass eyeballs or something.
Oh, yeah, you can see it.
Maybe it does something weird then. I don't know. This is probably too long of a video for this. Anyway, that's it.
Turning.
Apparently, the word is that the eyes move with you.
They do.
He believes that they really do.
I seen it with these eyes.
You know, there's debate on that. So go to the city cemetery. We just drove through and found the turning
Preferably
angel.
while you're alive.
Yeah, okay. So anyway, along that, also there's the National Cemetery, which is really close. We drove through the National Cemetery. And Fort Rosalie,
I think that's pronounced
I
right.
think that's pronounced right. They have a very good history write-up of Fort Rosalie and the importance of that in our history. We are on top of a hill. I don't know. A mound at Fort Rosalie. Rosalie. I don't know. Check the picture and you'll know. Fort Rosalie at Natchez.
Fort, actually.
Yes, it was a French fort in Natchez, Mississippi. The French, if you don't know that whole thing, the French needed a great fort. The French were here, and the Indians, the Natchez Indians showed up. And, well, they said, hey guys, we're going to bring you back some meat from our deer hunt. And of course, the French were like, yeah, great job, thanks. And then the Indians said, just kidding. And they massacred all the French people. Well, no, all the men. Yes. There's a lot of things to do there in Natchez. The City Information Center, Natchez something city, I don't know. It was named something. It was the City Information Center. It was closed because we did visit there the day after Christmas. It was closed, but I'm sure there's a lot of good information there. There's a hop-on, hop-off bus tour that's you can start that at the Natchez Grand Hotel through historic Natchez. It was not running because it was the day after Christmas, but that's something to do. We drove by some of the old mansions, but we didn't tour. None of that was open for tours or anything like that. So if you're into that kind of stuff,
Yep. You might enjoy the architecture.
yes,
Because there are some pretty,
some old homes.
yes, and it's pretty remarkable to see some of the detail they have in architecture back then.
Yes. If you're looking, I figured it out. If you are looking for somewhere to eat, we highly suggest Ms. Barn and Grill. Now, it is just a little side shack looking building, but I dubbed that place the best hamburger.
Yes.
Best hamburger in Natchez. Now, obviously, that's all we ate was a hamburger, so we can't say anything else about the food. But go there if you're in Natchez. Make sure to go to Moo's Barn and Grill.
Moose, M-O-O-S.
Yeah. Anyway, we highly suggest if you're near, go to Natchez. Take a day just to explore the city and explore everything in Natchez. Here are all some of the Christmas lights in the Natchez on the Bluffs Park or whatever. There's the rock again. The Natchez Trace rock. The Grand Oak at the Grand.
That's our own name.
The Grand Oak at the Grand Hotel. Here's some of the Christmas lights outside of the hotel. Jerry actually, I can't even say it without laughing. He looked out this morning at breakfast and said, oh my goodness, the wind must have been so really strong it knocked some of the lights over. Like, I don't.
They're knocked over, look at that.
So make sure to keep watching. We're gonna go on to part 1 of the Natchez Trace Parkway.
Yes.
And this is going to be, so our next video will be Natchez Trace Parkway from Natchez to Tupelo. So click on that next video and watch it now.
Don't forget.
So that was it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. This is Knucklehead Adventures.
Where we will definitely make a mistake.
And let you know, and then you don't have to screw up.